There is no doubt that education, the medical system, our industries, everything's being regulated, taken over, shut down. They've used the third world labor to shut down industry. Everything is about creating a monopoly. The government wants to wreck society so they can consolidate it, just like Mao and Lenin with their great leap forwards. This is a system of control. Order out of chaos. Dr. Russell Blaylock's our guest. I was giving out the Newsmax.com newsletter that they have with Dr. Blaylock. His main site, the one to get the books, the videos, all the great materials, is RussellBlaylockMD.com. RussellBlaylockMD.com, or just Google the name Russell Blaylock. But you can find his writings and the materials all right there on the site. I do want to encourage everybody to also visit our online video bookstore, get our books and videos and T-shirts and materials, not just because they're great materials and wake people up when you share them, but because it also supports what we're doing here overall. This operation costs a lot of money to run, and we also bring in all these guests who we then, in turn, support. This show is a huge platform for getting the truth out, and I feel really good having doctors and scientists and neurologists on and virologists to tell you about the vaccines, the food, the GMO, all of it. Because this is eugenics, this is real, this is what the elite are doing to us. Let's go ahead and take some more calls. Mike in Missouri, you're on the air with Dr. Blaylock. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Alex and Dr. Blaylock. About a few years ago, I had an accident, and I became disabled. I've got a spinal injury. I'm in the managed care system here in St. Louis, and I go to the medical school here. I've been taking the vaccinations that they give every year. I guess it's been 7 or 8 years now. I've developed arthritis, and I never had psoriasis before. And my question is psoriasis, could that have come from the immunization that I've been getting?
Well, it's possible because it is an autoimmune disease, but psoriasis is associated with arthritis. There is a rheumatoid arthritis syndrome associated with psoriasis. Now, whether or not you just spontaneously develop psoriasis or the vaccines, it's hard to tell, but it is an autoimmune disease, and we're seeing a lot of psoriasis now. Like I said, all of the autoimmune diseases are increasing astronomically.
Can I just add, sir, that if you'll search engine vaccines arthritis, this is not Dr. Blaylock or my opinion. They know in all the studies with rodents, they get it. I mean, baby mice and rats get it. And you're having an autoimmune response in your joints. This is a more important question. Doctor, what can he do to detox and he's got his immune system all cranked up. What can he do before he gets diabetes, before he gets real brain damage, I mean, is there something he can do to detox or to get the swelling down?
Well, I can't give specific advice over the program, but just in general, what you want to do is if you're having an autoimmune reaction, you want to increase your omega-3 oil intake. There's a Norwegian oil that you can get that has a balance of the EPA, DHA components that reduces this autoimmune reaction. Works very well for a lot of autoimmune diseases. You just take a teaspoon a day, every day. But vitamin D3 is the most important. It is an immune modulator. It prevents overreactivity of the immune system, and there's good evidence that people who have rheumatoid arthritis or lupus or these other diseases have a deficiency in vitamin D3. You may have heard about multiple sclerosis and the connection to sun exposure. You can take vitamin D3 in a dose of 2,000 to 5,000 units a day, and that can significantly reduce many of these autoimmune diseases. And that's a good way to prevent the flu from causing bad injury to you. Because when you take vitamin D3, it stimulates the body to produce what's called antimicrobial peptides. And they're very powerful at killing viruses, bacteria, fungi. And there's evidence that people who have high vitamin D levels rarely have any sort of bad effects from flu infections other types.
And, sir, isn't it showing that cancer rates go way down from people getting moderate sun every day?
Yeah, it's with elevated vitamin D3 in the body, it's about a 50% reduction in a number of cancers, particularly breast cancer, prostate cancer, lung cancer. And it's for the same reason, because all of these things are produced for chronic inflammation, and vitamin D3 reduces inflammation. Now, vitamin D3 is the functional form of the vitamin. You can buy it as vitamin D3. But the recommendation now is by the health authorities is 2,000 units of vitamin D3 for everybody, even children, every day. And if you give it to your children, you'll find they rarely get infections and they get over their colds and flus.
Well, I mean, this goes back to, and again, I'm not a biologist or a brain surgeon like you, but just reading medical text, I can get the essence of it. But that's why they call the British limeys, because their guys weren't collapsing on the deck 10,000 miles away from home because they carried little limes with them. That kept their collagen up because the vitamin C was needed with the vitamin D absorption somehow at a metabolic level. I don't quite understand that. But I mean, look, a lot of America has scurvy. We're not getting sunlight. We're not eating good food. We're eating a bunch of crud. I mean, in layman's terms, is that good advice, doctor?